Okay, I think Freyman's calmed down now. Hello. The scrolling text. Is not a fan of the scrolling text. Let's get away as soon as possible. Boom. It's gone now. It's fine. I think it might actually be the carousel in the background. Don't know why. It's stored locally. It's not a network thing. I know, it's terrible, isn't it? Oh well. These things we've got to deal with in, you know, free international live broadcast. Hello everybody, how are we doing? You're doing well? It's a new week. I'm low energy. Today will be the exciting times. Hello! You might be behind. I don't know if refreshing will help. Because there's been we've dropped, you know, almost 2,000 frames. 15% of this stream has vanished. You're also low energy. Good. Not sure. Good. Good. We'll go good. Sure. Yeah. Hi. I haven't drawn anything today. Thought I'd get that in there as quickly as possible. Mega Ran text. That's what you meant? No. I meant. Sorry. I call the images in the background, the slideshow as it were, I call that the carousel for some reason. That's just the sliding text at the bottom. Or the scrolling text or what have you. Actually, I think it's just called scroll. Anyway. So good kind of tired, but still tired. Good, okay, good. Good. Good? Good. I'm gonna say good. How often you say, I haven't drawn anything today, you really wonder when you do draw. Yeah, that's something I probably should address. Nothing that I do makes money, so I should probably actually, you know, take all the things that I do in the day that I thought would make me money, that aren't, and move them to not in the day, and then in the day, instead, I should draw and try and make money out of it. But that's a problem for not now, so... yeah. Who knows? Maybe I will draw so much in the day when I eventually kick my arse in gear that I won't want to do any drawings on stream. Who knows? I don't. Right. Usually an enthusiastic call of the word right is followed by some sort of proactive sentence, but in my case it's just followed by an awkward pause. So, 16 symbols. What's happening? Very good question. I don't know. Last time, what did we do last time? Last time we stopped in a sort of sandy deserty, icy deserty sandy area. Right. And to stock up on water. Steam trains need water, I'm told. And yeah, we went to a water thing, but it wasn't working. So we went up to investigate what was going on in there, and inside we found a mysterious MacGuffin. It's like a pocket watch with a jewel on it. Don't know what it does yet. Left. It's going to turn into a sort of marching song. We also found... oh, there's the jewel with the thing on it. And this, if I recall, hang on. This also, we have... arts. Where am I looking? Brain, work, 16 symbols, there it is. We have blah blah. This is art by Chib of This Is How You Talk to Short People, not like that. Yeast Scott. Good stuff. Me like. A MacGuffin so far are a pocket watch and a toaster. Not sure what's going on with either of those. That's in keeping of these sorts of stories. We pick up a weird thing and we're like, oh, I have no idea what that's for. And then later on it turns out to be the thing that saves the universe. Classic, oh, something's stuck, let's pull it out moment, giving us an item. Not just an item, but also a boss. This was the Ice Kraken, I believe, was the... I don't know, why did we do an Ice Kraken? In a water thing. In the... I can't remember. But they were there. Spread not examining the thing, not per se talking to Mo. Yeah, but it's just funny. Yeah, so there was an ice kraken in there because this is a JRPG, and there doesn't need to be any reason for anything to happen. It just happens. Deal with it. If there's a random boss, there's gonna be a random boss. We then continue on train journey to where we are now, which is a dangerous ruin found in the middle of these wastes. And we stop here for reasons. I can't remember why we stop here, but we do. Oh no, there's like a blockade on the tracks or something, and everyone has to clear it. But while we're clearing it, Mo sees, passing through the shadowy corners of this ruin area, some strange silhouette, possibly with a pointy hat. And they're like, aha, someone who can help. And so they go to follow. And who do they find? But whoever this is. This is a first draft. We're probably going to change the design somehow. I think the law was that a baby ice kraken was transported into the desert and then escaped and crawled into the water tower. Because toasters aren't actually invented yet, so when we use it, the universe implodes. I think toasters could be invented. They're just like... I mean, I guess you need electricity, but the electricity is older than you think. People used to have like little hydroelectric dams to power a light bulb in their mansion. So, there's no reason you can't have steam toaster. Steam toaster seems a bit counterproductive. Okay, we'll set this fire to boil this water to make steam to turn this turbine to generate electricity to heat up this coil to cook toast. Alternatively, you can use the fire to cook toast. Call me a spoil sport. The factory had water wheels. Exactly. Hydroelectric is very much possible. All you need is a magnet and some bits of wire, and then you got yourself a dynamo. In it. Yeah. And I think this is a boss. So we have a little dungeon area going through these streets and these ruins and all that sort of stuff, and we eventually come across this character and like, who are you? And I don't know what happens, but we fight them and then something mystical occurs. I don't think we decided precisely what. That's what we're here to do now. Wet bread in it. It's wet bread in it. It's like anti-toast. So yeah, what's happening? What's I guess the boss fight is this character. I'm probably gonna try and design a better mask than this. That'll be the first thing I do. Why not? Why not? No one's gonna stop me. Insert power cut. I haven't had a power cut for a while. Hello. But yes, if you do want to know what I've done all day, I've been programming Chaos Chess because didn't know I was in that mood. That sort of bit slow to react there. Old Clip Studio. I literally restarted the thing so that you wouldn't be too upset because you were pretty upset when I went into Clip Studio to change the brightness of a PBR material of some felt. Toaster is actually a waffle iron we can poke into a fire. Oh, a griddle then. So, no, it's not griddle. What's it called? Yeah, whatever. Right, so I kind of wanted it to have the sort of beaky motif. I like the idea of it going all the way down. As ever, music is courtesy of Mr. Ziegler, Mr. Von Ziegler, who apparently recently released a 400-page book on a fantasy language. I don't quite understand, but good on them for putting in that much effort. Wasn't the mystical mumbo jumbo going to be something with poison nurse? Probably not named Mung. That was, look, I had to make up a title in 2 minutes. Having made a deal with Mr. Desert God. Oh yes, there was the Desert God. I forgot about that. The God of the Wastes or what have you, who deals in favors and, well, not in favors, but in favor and such. Yeah, I probably do need to, you know, actually spend my day drawing and illustrating, if that's apparently going to be my business plan. You know. And that way I won't be doing something like this. On stream. Something like really thin, sort of. Katal. Did you make that all up? Also a possibility. Oh yeah. Poison Nurse can do some fun hallucination stuff, I'm sure. So I imagine there's sort of like nice sort of fancy decoration work going on. Big collar. It's got to be obvious that they're evil, right? There's no ambiguity in these things. Villains in these games are always clearly evil. They may get a chance at redemption later, but for now they have to be absolutely, unequivocally evil. Imagine being fancy couldn't be our party. Nope. Saying Katal. Sounds you kind of Irish? Is that like the Gwan thing? Which apparently is a thing. My aunt not long ago moved to Ireland and they really do say Gwan. That is a thing. Zip. Does this character have a familiar? Did we decide that? This mark looked more threatening in my mind. Maybe if it has a kind of sort of iris thing going on. Aperture. It's fancy technology. Again, this is the sort of thing that could easily have been invented. Does that look good? That looks terrible. Goodbye. Oh, Dart Frog. Yes, I drew it, of course. Frog chess. Many frogs. Big collar is evil. Is most evil. Keep forgetting about Dark Rock. I've forgotten about approximately 90% of everything we've done in this draw through because, you know, my brain, it's bad. If only somebody was, you know, keeping regular updates on the website. That would be nice. Well, they're very thin, I think. Very sort of narrow. A lot of concavity. Look at that threat. It looks like an owl. It doesn't look all that threatening. They're very thin. Very thin. Oddly thin. Almost like they've been poisoned. Then they have the hat that is like a pointy hat, but it terminates in a truncation, right? What's going on? Established that they're Grigori's sibling, which means thin and fancy. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So many things I forgot. I've forgotten loads of things. But competent. There are many things I don't like about this drawing. It's fine. I mean, the easiest way to fix this is just have a sort of... I've had enough of your shenanigans. Spiky fog. Oh, bloody thing. There we go. Kiro! Exclamation mark. Thank you, Automod. Hi, Kiro. How you doing? Kiro with an exclamation point got fixed before. I think it was Kiro with a full stop got fixed before. I don't know. Automod. It's a thing. Yeah. How you doing? You doing all right? Having a good time? Did you have a good Mother's Day thing? I think you. That was a thing that happened before. Look, my brain has yet to start up. I know it's 25 minutes past 7 in PM, and my brain still hasn't started up. It's quite arguably problematic. Yeah, these are supposed to be small spikes. I don't know what I'm drawing at this point. It's fine. So okay, so we have this fight. Something weird happens with regards to the god and/or hallucinations. Both are fine, but we need to work out what they are. Could have some sort of weird trippy dream sequence. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with this. I think that was Kira with the question mark. No, it's exclamation. Oh, before, yeah. Ballet Auto mod, honestly. They have a bandana. Because they deserve to look cool too. Anyway, they've had enough of our shenanigans, so a fight it is. Yeah, it was nice. It was for your sister-in-law and her mother, and we were invited over too. It was nice to see that part of the family again. It's been a long time. Oh, great. Oh boy. Reason thorny dragons are thorny is for drinking by gathering droplets of water in its crevices. So it does gather poison like that, you wonder. Oh, I see, that makes sense. So it's like concave, so it's likely to gather. And when concave surfaces meet, they form harder ridges. Makes sense. Poison nurse makes deal with desert god to delay or prevent the party from leaving the desert altogether, and whoops, hallucinogenic clouds. That's an escalation there. Need to watch the VOD. What, the 16 Symbols VOD or the last stream VOD? Oh no, the last stream VOD was doodling with Chibi, Christy, and Ragdoll. The one before that was... It's Ragdoll. Hey, speak of Ragdoll. Hello, you're here. Just spent 3 hours enrolling a student. That's... Are they dizzy? Haha, jokes. How you doing? This is all we've done. I'm low energy. It's fine. We're trying to work out what this mystical mumbo jumbo thing is. We think it's something to do with hallucinations. We're going to have a hallucinatory weird sequence in which we will probably get things that will make more sense later on in the game. So we can probably chuck in a few visions of things to come, if we want to. The doodle VOD. It was good. Many doodles were had. We all had our own wiki, and it was a good time. And Ragdoll drew with a mouse and trackpad. Yeah, that was not to be envied. Maybe I should have done that in solidarity. Maybe I should have done one of my drawings with a mouse. That could be a challenge. We can add challenges, why not? Yeah, okay, so some sort of hallucination thing. Do we have any story beats that we're pretty certain are going to happen that we should try and telegraph now? Or we could do a kind of like we know the people who went through the portal earlier, if you remember. The end of times bus, yes. The gods of the end of the gods bus. The bus replacement service. Use what you have available. Yeah. You might hate this, but you want to draw fan art of this design? I don't hate that at all. That's almost kind of the point. Everybody can join in with this, and it's great that people want to go, yeah, I want to do that. Yeah, Ra, Gna, and Rock. Which I wish is something we came up with. But it was actually a thing. Oh, it's bloody awful. Okay, so yeah, so what was I was saying? If you remember the portal from a while ago, which I think we said was the person who came through the portal was like a follower of Grandma Bonk or whatever in a shrine somewhere. Maybe we have this sort of everyone gets knocked out and we're not knocked unconscious and left in the desert for dead or whatever. And during our sort of unconscious haze, Mo has this sort of vision and meets somebody here who can apparently not only make portals through space but also through brain, tap into dreams or something like that. And then they can deliver more information, more of a warning. Because then that way we don't have to come up with something wholly original, and we can try and explain something that happened before, albeit through the medium of more weird things. They're the gods of Ragnarok, yes. Do you think Ragnarok was named after them? If so, was there a possibility that it could have been called Narokra or Rokrana? Maybe she has a vision of Grandma Bonk. Oh, we haven't seen Grandma Bonk for a while. Maybe, yeah, maybe Grandma Bonk's like, hey, this wasn't supposed to happen. Less hippo god, more human version. Yeah, and we're never quite sure whether it's actually her. Maybe this is actually her coming in, giving her a hand, or maybe it's just, hey, if you're hallucinating and you really need some help, who are you going to imagine coming to your help? Grandma Bonk, makes sense. She's the opposite of a protege, a retrogé. Is that a term? Retrogé, why not? That seems right. Okay, cool. So big old gas cloud, everyone falls unconscious. I'm not gonna draw that. But we arrive in weird dreamscape. It's all foggy for some reason. This symbolizes dreams. There are many a dream. This is the land of the dream. That wasn't in response to retrogé, but that seems right for an English word as well. I know English and you haven't gotten on particularly well recently. Right. Oops. Still refuse to believe prefer is a word. It is. How does I was meant to be doing on this then. I made a new layer. Why is it not? Is this a hallucination for just Mo, or should everyone see something? I imagine this is a kind of half dream, half hallucination thing, and it's pretty much just Mo. Maybe Flo's also there, why not? There's a mental link between... Yeah, so this was a scripted loss fight, if I remember correctly. We wanted another scripted loss. Only this one, the last scripted loss we had with the villains was a playful scripted loss. This was a kind of like, hey, we actually tried. Brad sees himself as a protagonist and has a mental breakdown. No, everyone else is just unconscious. Brad just dreams the while he's unconscious. It had nothing to do with hallucinogen. Yeah, he's just having a nice dream. that he's back to baking bread. How did Grandma Bonk look? Remember she had a zigzag hat. Oh god, your greatest fear hallucination. Those are always fun. I mean, we haven't had a boss symbol. With the last symbol might be another boss symbol. You never know. Let me. Okay, got a picture of Grandma Bonk. So what does this dream entail? Is Bonk like apologetic or feisty or like, what do you think you're doing? Get up, we got people to help. Surprise extra boss after the boss is always just the best. Well, maybe they balance it so that the next boss is easy. It's just a kind of story thing. I remember that in FF7, where after the well-known climactic character event, there is a boss immediately afterwards. But they actually, just before the boss, they give you an item, which means that the character who you equip it to literally cannot be killed by that boss. So clearly they were like, hey, this is an important story bit. We don't want you seeing it over and over again, trying to kill this boss. So we'll make the boss easy. It's a boss fight decided by dialogue options. Oh, sorry, I just imagined like an anxiety boss, when like all of the awkward conversations you had up to this point come back. Like that scene in Metal Gear Solid 3 with the sorrow, but it's just awkward conversations. She had a skirt, and I don't have a lower half of this, so she's wearing a skirt now. Multi-layered skirt. I like drawing multi-layered skirts because I don't know how else to draw a skirt. What of skirt, but more? They are, by their very nature, quite simple things. Yeah, so what's the, what's the content of this dream? Is Grandma Bonk giving us advice, or are they sort of playfully chastising us, or? Yeah, your brother never equipped that item after getting it and didn't realize it would make the next boss much easier to do. At least you're guessing you're talking about a certain part of FF7. You only heard a little bit of that. Sorry if you're wrong there. Probably. I mean, to be fair, there's very little reason to pay attention to equipment in Final Fantasy VII. It's not really made a big thing of, and actually paying attention to how it does affect you when you equip it is not something the game makes easy. So, which I found out when I tried to play a mod, which actually did make equipment important, but because the infrastructure of the menus it doesn't care about it, you have to basically, every time you equip something, in order to see what it does, you have to memorize 16 numbers and then go 2 other screens away and then see if they've changed when you equip them. It's yeah. So there's UI, Final Fantasy VII UI, not great. But then again, it's not great at the things it's not trying to be good at, so can't really complain. How do hand? Quick reminder, I haven't drawn anything today. Yeah, I love it. Just before the stream was starting, I was like, I really need to actually, you know, properly restructure my time and focus a lot more on doing illustration work because nothing else is working. And yeah, within like 10 minutes of the stream starting, someone says, "You always say you've never drawn anything. Why didn't you do more drawing?" Alright, get up. I know this isn't ideal, and there's much you don't know yet. Nobody said antagonizing a god would be easy, but you're gonna have to get through this. Your friends are in more danger than you. That's an interesting sentence. Your friends are in more danger than you. I like that. I pay more attention to weapons and bangles because of materia slots and such. Oh yeah, that's basically all you need. It's like, okay, how many materia slots does this have? And is the growth any good, you know? The ribbon was always a vital accessory to equip. Fun fact, I completely missed that. No idea that was a thing until I watched a speed run a couple of years ago. And I was like, wait, that's this what? There's a room there? Anyway. Didn't mean that. I just found it funny. Also bodies have contours. Just need to. That's just gonna hang down. That's fine. Did you have like a big sort of thing? But yeah, I feel like we could probably summarize this with the line, "Your friends are in more danger than you." I like that. That's good. Also, gotta be a broom. That Marlborough fight must have been brutal in that playthrough. So sorry. I mean, I think you just run away. But yeah, it makes a lot more sense as to why they're there now. You get the ribbon there. Yeah. If you don't know, you don't know. Yeah, it just never really occurred to me. Like, oh, there's no ribbon in this game. Turns out there is. Oh, folks, sorry, went away when talking FF7. That's fine. Trunk cables. Hello, miss. How you doing? Speaking of Marlboros. Drugs? Kind of. Possibly. Maybe. We don't know. I was hallucinating or not. Who knows? We don't. It's mystical mumbo jumbo. We don't need an explanation. It's fine. Yeah, so we fought Poison Nurse. Lump. That was my little doodle of them. And scripted loss. We all got poisoned. We're all knocked unconscious, and now we're in Smoky Dream World. And Grandma Bonk's giving us a talking to. And saying, "Oi, you. Didn't want to get you dragged into all this. You probably don't even know what it is yet. But, and quite frankly, you're probably better off not knowing. So instead, let's just focus on the important things. Your friends are unconscious and poisoned and dying in the middle of the desert. Go help them." And we could probably do like... Dreamland. Also, hi miss, how you doing? Your friends are in more danger than you, which is quite frankly a terrifying thing to hear, probably. Weren't raised to be lazy, Mo. Snap out of this drug-induced sleep and beat up the plague doctor. I guess so. I guess that's what's happening. Is Mo here? I don't know if Mo's here. Right. Okay, and then I guess we wake up. Next symbol, I guess. I guess we wake up and help people, but I guess the next symbol can help us see what happens. You watched an RE8 playthrough, so you're a tad disgruntled today. So you have had your gruntle taken away. I don't know anything about RE8, so I don't know anything about any of the Resident Evil games. I have one of them. I was going to play one last October, but we played something else. Can't remember what we played now. Did you get the frog on the Wake Smith shop? No. That is Mo. I was just wondering whether Flo should also be in this dream. What with the whole human familiar connection thing. Who knows? Who knows? We played Jack Can't Open Doors Simulator? Oh god, yeah. I forgot about that. I was going to do a highlight of that, wasn't I? It involves having to watch 10 hours of playthrough. It's bolted shut. You were excited for the 9-foot-tall vampire lady and was disappointed. Oh no. That's a shame. You watched Jacksepticeye's playthrough and so far is good?
This door is bolted shut.
This little door is shut. He's dead. So, okay. Symbol. Next symbol. Boom. Moving on. This is the last thing that's happening in this location. Not looking forward to it being the death symbol. There's not a boss thing. Is there a symbol at all? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. The party splits up. We are now following two different stories. At least two, I guess. I forgot that was a thing. I don't know. Does Mo just wake up in the middle of the desert alone? It wasn't nice being here, but with that song. Tall lady was just to make the internet horny and draw people in initially. I mean, I don't know about these things. Right. Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah, is that all that happens? We just wake up in the middle of the desert and we're like, oh dear, this ain't good. So yeah, we will now be, until we see the corresponding symbol at the end of a later location, we will now have split up the party. Mo and someone in the party Mo and someone in the party, and Brad and someone in the other one. Okay, yeah. So there's the Mo party and the Brad party. Maybe Jethro's fine. Can you poison a scarecrow? I don't know. Maybe Jethro tried to drag somebody away, and that ended up sort of. Don't think you can poison a scarecrow. Maybe not. I'll be able to wither the gourd a little bit, but. Jethro just joined in. It's like, oh, everyone's falling over now. Can do. Mo and Brad in one party and non-humans in another? I don't know. Maybe Mo and Flo in different parties. Wants to tell us what happened, but Mo doesn't fully understand yet. Maybe it's just Mo and Jethro, not even Flo, or something like that. Double gasp! Like that. Trying to think of something to do with character tension or something along those lines. Yeah. And who knows how long we've been out? Maybe the train's moved on because they're like, oh dear, they've been gone a long time. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so what's happening now? Are we doing? I haven't set up the top bit, so no one's left the group, but the group's just split in bits. So are we doing? Yeah, I don't know. Mo and Jethro. They've been gone a long time. Well, let's get moving. Or maybe they have to. I mean, what have we been doing this whole time? We've been trying to track down medicine because somebody's ill. Now we've just been poisoned in the middle of the desert. And, maybe, Gil manages to. Gil is more resistant to these sorts of things, maybe being a mushroom. So they manage to get to the train, dragging Brad or something. And says, hey, we need to get medicine because these people are ill. Because, hey, it's mirroring how the game started, but now we're in that predicament. Kind of like Mo and Brad being in different parties, he can go become the RPG protagonist he never wanted to be. So yeah, the train basically went off. Was like, okay, well, if we find this medicine, we're sorted. Is it connected? Is the illness that was the outbreak in Rossenburg at the beginning to do with poison nurse? I guess so. So maybe they are connected in some way. That would make sense. I love a very definitive sentence ended in a question mark. That would make sense. I think you're right. I definitely agree with that. Okay, so what are we just sort of like alone in the desert? How did we get I don't know. Like I say, maybe Gil was, I don't know, but why would Gil drag Brad away and Jethro would drag Mo the other way? I don't know. Maybe there was a sandstorm or something. We literally got swept away. Dark, does your god do that? Can your god have ice sandstorms? Snow stands. What are the odds that the next symbol is the party rejoins? I think the way this is set up, the party rejoin symbol is at the end of a location. So And there's probably going to be at least 1 or 2 locations between that. I think I set that up to be at least 2 away, because otherwise... Because the idea of this is that each location will alternate between the 2 parties. So I set it up so it's like at least 2, and then... Because otherwise it's just people leave the party and come back. So we need to see 2 stories in order for it to make sense. Dragged away by monsters, that does make sense. I don't know what monsters. More krakens. Emergency protection magic have gone wonky, so folks didn't get zapped to safety quite right. Maybe. I don't know who has this magic. All the ice krakens. Oops, all ice kraken. Sorry, you're not really looking at anything because I'm trying to think of how this works. Dragged away by outcasts, perhaps? Non-plot important outcasts, because we haven't met anyone new. I just need to figure out who we want to keep with the train, if anyone. I feel like... We have Magic MacGuffin. We do have the... We can't use it, but it can. We can find out later. Oh, that might be what could have helped you. The jeweled pocket watch thing that we picked up last time. Just as another route. Yeah, that might have done something mysterious. So I'm trying to work out the logistics of this, because it's like. So okay, everyone gets knocked unconscious by the gas or whatever, except Jethro. Would Jethro then be the one who tries to drag somebody back to the train? Do we want Brad to take charge of leading the train of refugees and Mo out in the wastes, going on a weird spiritual journey? That makes sense. So Brad... Bro and Mad. Brad. Yeah, Brad spearheads the whole we need to find this medicine thing. And Mo carries on the spiritual journey. I guess that makes sense. That's a good thing. I don't know how long these 2 plot lines are going to last, but there might be a single location. Bear that in mind. I don't know. Maybe the next thing that Mo finds... Mo and whoever find is the shrine to the hippo god or whatever, and they just have that sort of moment of okay, maybe this is the time for that realization. We've hit our low. We've hit the end of Act 1. I guess this is where this is. Okay, I think Brad was dragged back to the train by Gil, who was resistant, I guess, to the poison. And Jethro and Mo got lost to the waste. Who knows where Flo is? I don't know if Flo is with Brad, or whether they're just in the middle of nowhere. It's unclear. Pretty much everything in this is unclear. I do like the idea of Jethro just sort of laying on the floor as if unconscious. Then you sort of prod him and he's like, oh, I'm up. Sorry, have we finished laying down now? He doesn't understand, bless. I guess the idea is we're sort of like... Maybe this can be like a kind of pseudo-comedic fake out of like, oh no, it's Jethro. Jethro, you are still alive. Oh no, he's dead. And then just sort of gets up. Did we come up with a name for Poison Nest, by the way? Well, if the title of this stream is to be believed, no, we didn't. Jethro's such a cutie. I like Jethro. This is where they were dragged, possibly by monsters, possibly whatever. Possibly mystical, magical, whatever. Yeah, so there's that. And there's also trained irons. Those gosh darn yeast gods. Can we, like... So usually in these games, you know, you have your big villains, and you have, you know, powerful monsters based on very silly things. But you also have super bosses occasionally in these games. Where it's just like a thing that really doesn't have anything to do with the story. They're just sort of there, they exist in the world, and they're more powerful than anything else. In this game, can we have a super boss that is actually the yeast god? It turns out it is actually a thing. Loaf's fine, Loaf's just hiding. They don't like scary things. Brad's gonna fight the East Gods. No, this happens while Brad's away. Somewhere. Brad takes a brief sabbatical from the party, and meanwhile you can go and fight the Yeast Gods. This drawing's not to scale. It's fine. All of Brad's worst nightmares. You ever see Brad and Yeast God in the same room? Oh, the fan theories are gonna go wild. Got a massive hand. Oh no. Them's train driving hands. Would poison versus poison work on mushroom friends? See, this is what I'm thinking, is that maybe it does work, but slower? Or in a different way? Which is why I'm thinking, you know, Gil gets to drag Brad back. Yeah, that's how you draw a wheel, isn't it? Professional illustrator. Need to get slightly high. So the filling's not entirely unpleasant. They metabolize it and turn it into their own weapon. Ooh, new ability unlocked. New combat ability. Now you get the idea. Right. So yeah, so the two groups get split up. Brad's back on the train. Presumably the train needs to leave at some point. They waited long enough, but train looks very shocked. I know. Surprised. Oh no. meant to be like little windows or something. I don't know what I'm doing. Again, low energy stream. And Goose Train. Goose is also shocked. Maybe Jethro and Mo got blown away, so Gil has no idea where they are. That's what I'm thinking, is that there's something, either enemies dragged them away, or there was some sort of sandstorm, or what have you. Hank. Phone tried to turn a honk into hobnobs. I mean, if my phone tried to give me hobnobs, I wouldn't say no. Hobnobs are nice. They're good to get stuck in your teeth, but they're nice. So yeah, the goal is now to try and find cures for the poison. I should put the symbol up on stream, which I'm about to get rid of because we're going to go to a new location, but it should be there. What is it? It's called Split. Oh great, that broke everything. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Hey, look at that split. One of the best biscuits to go with tea. I don't think I've ever dunked a hobnob. Something I'm gonna need to try. Yeah. I like the, yeah. Sorry, I like Chippy's little incorrect quote thing. And unfortunately, I read that slightly wrong the first time, and I thought Jethro was singing that. I don't think we've ever sounded so British. Just the way of things. Got a dankin' hobnob in a drink. Never dunked, not tall enough. Right, well, we have split our party. So here's a question. Who are we going to follow first? We have 2 stories. It's now bifurcated. Possibly 3 if we also want to follow the adventures of Flo. What are the next symbols? There's a row of 5 and a row of 6. Location and +1. Okay, so the next location is probably friendly. Yeah, it's a friendly location. Okay, so we're going somewhere nice. So I guess more likely to be the Brad team. And the first thing that happens, yeah, friendly location. Sure, why not? Is a boss fight. Bloody boss fights. Friendly boss fight. It's fine. It's random. It comes out of nowhere. So that's not story relevant. Maybe we do have this weird hallucination and we're fighting Brad's villains or fears or something. Maybe part of the poison is these fears are made manifest. I'm thinking, what was that? Red Dwarf, confidence and paranoia. Another round of bridge. Maybe it's one of the boss fights where you have to outrun a boss. Outrun with the train. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. But is that a new location? We're back on the train. The train was a location from before. I don't know. Maybe we're now on the train going through a different type of countryside or whatever. A different backdrop, and maybe we stop at the end of the fight. It's possible. The big old train beast, tunneling sandworm. We need to get somewhere where the ground is less liquid-ish. Liquish. Liquish is an unusual word. Yeah, I'm awake. Low energy stream. Ooh, almost kicked a plug socket as well. That would have been bad. I'm gonna kick off my computer. Maybe rectify somebody who won't leave the train refugees alone. Maybe. I mean, this train presumably does also. Well, is it a freight train or a passenger train? Maybe both. I don't know. Maybe there is a conflict happening. I don't know why you'd fight for that. I do like the idea of a massive sandworm chasing the train. Nomad monster carriage. Oh, even better, like a kind of like a mimic. A mimic carriage that while everybody was off the train trying to clear the obstacle barricade thing, like a monster disguised itself as one of the carriages. Worm carriage. That's interesting. Okay. Okay, right. Well, how am I? You say these things, and then you think, "Oh yeah, that's a cool idea. I like that." Oh, hang on. I've got to draw it. How do I draw this? Is it a worm? Is it a train? It's neither. This is worm train. Both. It's both and neither. It's Schrodinger's boss. It is a quantum event that has yet to collapse. So I like the idea that sort of like... You're on board with any type of mimic? On board. I guess this also sort of fits. Yeah. I really should actually keep a log every time somebody uses TTS. Keep a log of all of them, and then that way I can tell. Hey, look. 70% of the text-to-speech messages have been ... That's putting me a little bit less. You're honestly just thinking of carriage with fast monsters being the horses. Oh, like a kind of chariot sort of thing. No, I was... Yeah, when you said monster carriage, the first thing that came to my mind, ooh. What if? Mimique. %5 has been Chibi signing this little light of mine.
This little light of mine.
There we go. It's now 6%.
Sigh.
So we have a little bit of dialogue talking about what's happened, and oh no, we've people have been split up, isn't that sad, and all that. We've got to go find them, but there's no point finding them until we can cure the poison thing that they have. Etc. They could be anywhere now. We need to help the refugees. There's lots of people that need help here. We've lost 2 of them. We might come back if we can help everyone. You know, you can have that sort of argument between the characters of like, no, there's 2 people that are lost in the desert. We can't just leave them. It's like, yes, but there's like 100 people on this train. Who are going to die of heat exhaustion or cold exhaustion or whatever temperature it is in this weird desert land ice place. Also presumably starvation. Yeah, Gil's not paying attention to where he's walking. Just having a chat. There's like 100 people on this train that need help, and also I still need to deliver all this mail. I'm very much behind on schedule at this point. How to draw? How to draw? Can anyone? Is possible how draw? Thank. Love Gil's expressions. They're hard. I have difficulty doing them, as you can tell. Close eyes. Pengo Burr. Art is made. Okay. Didn't quite work. Probably should have had my eyes open for that. Loaf looks better than I thought, though. It's actually recognizably a dog. Print screen, and back we go. I don't know how we indicate this whole poison thing. Because presumably, Brad's not well. It's gone for 2 seconds and Brad's already saving people. Really can't help but be the protagonist. Loaf is asleep. It's been a busy day. I like after this is like, no, I didn't save you. I did not. You did though. No, I didn't. Not gonna trick me into this. It makes sense, but it looks stupid. He's got protagonist blood. He can survive some poison. Just having sweating a lot. Yeah, he's reduced in ability in battle, but even then. I don't save you. I just warned you. That means, if anything, I'm a supporting character. I did that from the sidelines. There's no actual active saving going on. Better where he's in a game, hard to tell. I think it's more like he has a family history of adventuring sort of folk, and he's like, I'm not an adventurer, not a hero. He doesn't know about the whole protagonist thing, but he's definitely like internet went dum. Yay, not on my end. Boo that it happened, but it wasn't on my end, so that's nice. This is transformed version, I guess. So like this sort of half worm, half mimic sort of thing. It's just latched onto the back. Wame train. Oh, I forgot to do the thing. How many symbols are there here? 6, 5, 5, 5, 5. So we have new town. It's not quite a town. Boss, and then 3 caps. Well, Wame train. That's the one. Your second thought was Mo and Brad's town is actually an adventuring hub. Like Granny is one of the best potion makers. Brad's family are world-renowned smiths. The local produce is perfect for rations, so Brad has just been trying like hell to avoid the life forever. I mean, but pretty much everybody in the place would just. I saw that. That's alright. Come on, you can do it. You can do the thing. Oh, it's fine. I'll wait. Oh no. Sorry, this is not making any sense to people who are just watching the stream. What was I saying? Yeah, you can very easily live in that town without actually joining an adventuring thing. You just provide for adventuring people in the same way that all NPCs in games don't, immediately go, oh no, there's somebody coming into town and they have like a confident mission that they're trying to uphold and they bought a sword from me. Am I gonna become a hero now? No, that's not how it works. I imagine these sort of tentacle things wrap up and look like wheels. I like the idea of a slightly more convincing mimic, but we're here now. Someone said worm, it was probably me, and now we're here. You said worm, we turned it into a Wame train. Like, I very much had the idea of like a kind of action sequence of. Let's put that there-ish. Get some interesting ships going on here. The Sea Adventurers Company will go, well, time for that adventure tax, raises the price 10 times. Only later in the game. The ones earlier in the game are nicer. Later in the game, they're like, oh, you look like a very hardy adventuring party. Here, you can stay at my inn for 700 gold per night. I think that's reasonable. If you ask anyone around here, that's always what I charge. Twitch and Frame Man not feeling it today. It's definitely definitely Twitch because there's nothing on my end. I am afraid. It's definitely a Twitch thing in this particular instance. Not that it makes your experience any better, of course. Comes in these weird sort of lobby segments. This is an unpleasant looking thing. Is it strictly a worm if it's got sort of tentacle legs? Anyway, this is terrifying. I'm glad. It's the least I could do. Again, we're going with this consistent theme of every boss is very big. Like sort of kicking up sort of clouds of dust as it's going. Reloaded and for some reason Twitch decided to give you an ad. How rude. How dare. Dune! Dune! Did they ever release the remake thing, or are they waiting until lockdown's over? I'm not quite sure how the group defeats this, but Shia Hulud. That's the guy with the meme, the over-enthusiastic meme, right? He's got the beard and he's like clapping. I think it's more outspeeding than defeating. Oh, that feels like yeah, sort of like a Final Fantasy X sort of thing. Again, probably won't make a lot of sense to people who don't know those games, but there's a lot of bosses in that game you don't really beat. I think when lockdown's over, because I was really looking forward to it. I watched a review of the Dune board game, and they said, you know, I would recommend watching, you know, maybe the David Lynch film, which isn't great, or you know, the documentary about somebody who tried to make a Dune film without ever actually reading the book, or just wait until 2020 when the film's going to come out. And little did they know. And get that baking tray up. I'm not entirely, hang on. If I do it like this instead, that makes more sense. That doesn't make any sense though. Sure. Well, that's the thing. Ordered the RPG because intrigue and spy stuff is fun. Yeah. September 17th is the UK screening now, apparently. Well, it's not 17th now, so that's wrong. The cinemas are very confused. Okay. I would have liked this to have been a little bit better. Not quite sure how. Have that a little bit more central, I guess. It was better. Consider this drawing is good. Okay, I've considered it. Right, well that's happened. What now? More random bosses. Would be fun to do some sort of concept painting of this. Not worrying too much about detail, but get structure. Next symbol. What's going on? What's happening? It's not another boss. It's not another boss. Hooray! It is plot. Good. Some plot can happen. Hooray! Right. Now, do we arrive at a city? Do we arrive somewhere important? We can meet characters. We can do all sorts of things. We can have loads and loads of things happen here. Exactly, yeah. This is the rest of the stream. Us sitting around going, So we're still with the Brad Gill party. I feel like we should arrive somewhere significant with, you know. Yeah, we can go to a city. Because it's a friendly location. And we can consider this part of the city section. And yeah, what happens at the city? Decide where both parties go? No, this is only one party. So we change perspective when we go to a new location. Or we can change perspective. We could do 2 locations of the same group. If we want to. But we also don't know when the party's going to rejoin. So, now the idea of Brad finding and rescuing Stoker. Possibly. Yeah. Okay, so to find the other half of the... Finally come across the other half of the train pulled into a station. Maybe. Are we actually going to arrive where the stuff was headed? So maybe we don't find the medicine, but we do find... Well, not immediately. But we do find the train, and we're like, okay, so this is where the medicine was offloaded. Hired fools are in the city. Okay. So... I think there's a lot... There's a lot of details to finesse here, trying to work out where this story's going. I like the idea that we can meet up with them and find Stoker. Whether Stoker's going to join our party or not is up to the whims of the random generator. But, okay, so we've arrived in a city, we found the train. The medicine may or may not be on it, we don't know. And we look around trying to find somebody to get more information about this, because there are people lost in the desert and stuff like that. Even if Stoker doesn't join the party again, you'd like to get him back, it'd be nice. Because now we have other things to be worried about now. You know, it's not just... Our original impetus was, we need to get medicine to save person. Oh no, somebody's been kidnapped, we need to sort that out too. Now, people are lost in deserts. There's a poison nurse going around doing weird stuff. We've got other things to worry about, so we see the Hired Fools and Stoker, we little bit of espionage on them. Sneaking, funny, comedic side thing. Of like, you know, Brad sort of sneaking behind telegraph poles and Gil following behind, and you've got this image of, you know, looking at a pole, and then there's just the big canopy of the mushroom head sticking out either side. I don't know why I thought of a telegraph pole, but whatever. No, Gil's just walking, okay. Oh, no, that's Frame Man. Frame Man's popped in for a couple of seconds. Okay, so I guess, yeah, if I just do a quick drawing of us in this city or whatever, and we find the, find the goons. It's been a while since I've drawn them. I need reference. Oh, I never saved Chibi's drawing of them. A day off. I will have to go back and find that. Okay, so it's a little smaller top hat. And this is today's homework. What on earth is happening here? What's this plot section going to be all about? What's going to happen? Again, a lot of things can come under plot. It's just anything that really comes under any other category is generally classified as not exclusively in plot. Has to involve characters we've seen before. People can't leave or join. People can't die. Bigger head, smaller hat. Gregory, I missed you. Oh, so good you sneaky. Ah, there it is. Thank you, Ragdoll. Just as cheeky reminder, boom, good art, good chib art, yes. And I will download that when I don't think Frame Man will be angry with me. There are. Also arts. Maybe we can learn more about why the goons are working for the company and what they know, which isn't much. Yeah, we can through the ignorance of the goons, we can learn a little bit more about just enough more about the company and what they're doing. Has the music stopped? No, still stuff going. It was a trusted employee. Yes, game faced with an ever-present question. What do I do when people are just kicking the pieces of the board? You know, It's a limited amount of... Sometimes, if you're following a set of rules, and then you discover that those rules no longer apply, you need to work out what the rules are. It's called science. We learn a little about what the company's doing exactly, but we learn all about what isn't included in the company insurance. I do not really have an awful lot of time to be doing more drawings, but here we are. And when you do noses really simply, it's difficult to do a piercing. Whatever. We have what we have. If they decided this job's just too much trouble after finding out what's not covered by the insurance, they might just give Stoker back. Absolutely. Massive anticlimax. That sounds about right for these games. Yeah, this character, I'm sorry, it's not looking anything like... Has the music stopped now? Pretty much, because the stream should be over. October, what? Game's over here. October was on screen for a sec. Oh, okay. Must be in my background. Hopefully because he was behind Gorog or in front of him and not actually between his legs. I mean... There's just a tree or something growing here. Like a... Drawings are getting less and less accurate because I'm just trying to get stuff done. It's fine. It's Gil waving. He might be. They are very sneak. Then you get the idea. There's some perspective going on here, it's fine. That's alright. Right, cool. People talking about stuff. We could just ride on one of his shoulders. He would not let weight get anywhere near such a vulnerable place as the neck. Absolutely. So idea they get to town and start trying to find if there's any place there that will take in the train refugees. During this, they realise the front part of the train is also here, to the delight of the train dads, and Brad's protagonist blood kicks in and he decides to try and track down the hired goons and save Stoker. That is a good, solid set of things to occur. And I guess we work out what happens from that point. And we shall do that next week. For that is the end of today's stream. Thank you everyone for coming along. Hope it was good. Hope low energy stream was a good time. We met back up with the goons. Hooray! Or most of the goons, because Gabe's shoulder and leg is there. The rest of the mum's off screen. I was running out of time. Love that Brad's protagonist blood kicks in as a valid reason for anything to happen. I mean, we have worse excuses. So, yeah, so tomorrow, there is apparently, which I kind of missed, there is a second story in Over the Alps. Completely, well, maybe not completely unrelated, but not with the same characters. So, yeah, we'll do that. Why not? I quite liked Over the Alps. It's a good time. You pity the fools. Good art and good stream. And good friends. Making it good times, good chats. Yeah. So that's tomorrow. Good stream. With only one non-violent punch. There was, you know, cracking over the back of the head with the butt of a pistol. That did happen. Anyway, yeah, that's tomorrow. What else? Anything worth saying? Stuff? I don't know. Less non-violence than the spy game. Less non-violent. Less non. What? More pro-violence. Less non-violence. Less anti-non. And anti-non. Non violence. Retrojet. So, I need to stop talking. Thank you for coming along. Thank you for keeping me company. Hopefully this story is still engaging. We're about a third of the way through. The spy game was incredibly non-violent. Zero violence in that game. Absolutely. 100%. Not. Yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. Have a wonderful time. Have a great week. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Maybe not. Look after yourselves. Do something nice. And I mean it. You actually do it. I'm not just saying it. I'm not just saying it as a platitude. I really want to know that at some point this week, you're going to do something nice for yourself. I don't know what your standards of nice are. Maybe it's just, hey, let's have an hour, just sit down, chill, do nothing. Or maybe it's, oh, I'm going to play that game I really wanted to play for an hour or whatever. Either way, do something nice. Have a good week. Goodbye.